Hi guys. So 2 weeks ago I decided to post my videos on social media. Now the reason why I did that was because I've always wanted to share my experiences, because when I was a child, you know, it feels like I don't know, it feels like my whole life I've been through trauma, through pain. I've experienced quite a lot, and as I did my healing journey, my spiritual awakening, and having that connection with spirit as well, and the divine, you know, they were guiding me. They've always guided me throughout my whole life without even me knowing it. So that was the guidance that I was getting from spirit, is to share my story. You know, because I was born into a family with a generational trauma, my childhood, I had a lot of childhood trauma to work through because of what I was born into, you know, from this is what I can understand, is that because I'm Māori, originally from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and back in the 1800s, late or mid 1840 to be exact, the British Crown signed a treaty with Māori chiefs back then, which was the Treaty of Waitangi. And so my ancestors, you know, experienced a whole lot of trauma through back then, which because for whatever reason, you know, they weren't able to heal that trauma, and so it got passed down through the generations, through the bloodline. And when I was born into 7 generations of generational trauma. So as a child, and even as an adult, throughout my whole life, I've experienced a lot of adversity, a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, yeah. So kind of my story is about sharing my lived experiences with the guidance of spirit, and that's what I started 2 weeks ago. So what I'm doing with my videos is that I'm speaking on different subjects like trauma, you know, like setting boundaries, bullying, all of those sort of things that I've experienced in my life. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, you know, there's people out there, there's a lot of people out there who are going through things similar, same things that I've been going through, or that I've been through. And you know, I've been through, and I've come out the other end with all this experience, all this wisdom now, all the trauma, the pain that I've turned into wisdom, and through my videos, that's what I want to share with anyone, you know. So yeah, so that's the reason why I'm making these videos, and also too because for me it's a part of my healing, you know, because I've done a lot of inner work, and I've done a lot of healing, and you know, you'll always, it doesn't matter how old you get, or it doesn't matter, I think you'll always be healing, you know. But yeah, so it's what I wanted to share, share my experiences with the healing part as well. So this video is getting on a bit, so I might make a part 2. Yeah, and we'll go from there.